go on a vacation without telling the paper boy. And never buy a car without seeing your Southern California Chevrolet dealer. Now, for a performance car that'll really make your heart beat, see the Camaros, especially the hot IROC Z28. Your Southern California Chevy dealers are doing whatever it takes to make sure you get one. Don't buy a car without us.
Get a $1,000 rebate on all Camaros, plus GM's new 6-year or 60,000-mile warranty.
4-2 Kings. Dionne setting up Robitaille with a break right down the middle. Luke tried to shoot from about 20 feet low on the stick side, and he just missed the low left corner, but he almost got the bounce and picked up his own rebound off the dasher boards. And then at center ice before that, the linesman Ryan Bozak got clipped by one of the Whalers, his feet taken out from under him. He was flexing his left shoulder, his left arm, but he appears to be all right now.
Face off in the Whalers zone to the right of the goaltender Mike Liut. We got the Bay Harbor Hockey Club and Olympic Ice Arena. They say hi to Narbonne High School PE class. They're big Kings fans over there at Narbonne High School. 4-2 Kings with 14:30 left to go here in the third period. Bob Miller with Nick Nixon at the left point. Here is Langevin. Langevin for the Kings. Now to McKenna. Whalers zone. McKenna shoots and a stick save by Liut. Rebound to Ron Francis. Francis behind his own net, can't clear it. Right point, Duchesne over the left side to Bourne. Bourne in the Whalers zone. Bourne still with it now. Out toward the left point to Langevin. He holds it in, pokes it down the left side. Here's Bourne shooting, save in the pads of Liut. And he gathers in the rebound and he hangs on.
Well, right now the Kings can play a patient game, especially when the Whalers try and make a play at the Kings line. The Kings can dump it out if they feel any type of pressure, because now the Hartford Whalers have to get back into this hockey game. Time is a factor. Bozak still moving around his left arm. It looked like he hit his shoulder, the back of his left shoulder on the ice when he had his feet taken out from under him, and now he holds onto his left elbow, so it might be the elbow that hit first.
He's in his 14th year as a linesman in the NHL. Kings Dean Kennedy, the right point, throws it in deep in the Whalers zone. It's tipped away and back out to center ice. Kings will be offside if they touch it, so the Whalers have it as they come to center. Here's Doug Jarvis. Jarvis drives it into the Kings zone. 13:49 to go in the game. Kings ahead 4-2. Goaltender Manonson down the corner. His pass knocked down. He has to get back in front of the net. He did. Puck looked like it got knocked out of the air with a high stick and then played by Hardy. Up on the left side of Robitaille. Here's Robitaille. 3-on-2 across the line. Drop pass. Kennedy right side. He is held by McDermott. He never could get a shot off. McDermott took Kennedy into the boards hard. No penalty called. Robitaille behind the net. Up the middle to Kennedy. Kennedy to Hardy at the left point. His shot wide. Rebound off the boards. Kennedy again. Shoots wide. Rebound to the left point to Hardy. He shoots wide. Puck comes to the right point. Let's try it again. Kennedy shoots. And a knock saved by the glove of Liut as it was tipped toward the net. Well, don't put it on net one time, Nick. Just keep trying. From center ice, a drive and a stick save by Melanson on the shot by Ferraro.
Ferraro and the Whalers, their first shot on goal, and it comes here with 7:05 gone in the third period. The Whalers played it physical in the second period. They got back in the hockey game. The Kings got an early goal, and now they're playing physical, but the Whalers are not going to be intimidated. Came very close to being boarding. McDermott grabbed a hold of Kennedy, rode him about 20 feet into the boards, and both of those players were traveling at a pretty good clip, but they're both big and they're both strong, and Fournier decided to let them settle it themselves.
Face up in the Kings zone. It rolls right in front of Melanson. He pokes it away. Kevin Dineen to the blue line to Ladouceur. He shoots and a save by Melanson. He gloved it and then batted it in the corner. Now a pass in front to Francis. Loose puck in the crease. Dug out by Ledyard. Ledyard to center with Tiger Williams. 2-on-2. Ledyard, Whalers zone. Ledyard down the left side. Gets around Ladouceur. Ledyard in deep. Spins in the corner. Centers it, but it's tipped away in front of the Whaler net. 12:28 left to go in the game. Kings have a 4-2 lead. Whalers come to center. Down the right side, John Anderson in the Kings zone. He shoots and a stick save made by Melanson. Puck taken by the Kings. Jimmy Fox, he clears it out to center and down into the Whalers zone.
Well, right there, Fox did not have a play, and he just gingerly passed it down the right boards. No icing, and now the Whalers have to start over again.
Here's Gavin into the Kings zone. Back to Ron Francis. He goes to the right side. He backhands it in, takes a hard check from Duchesne. Puck comes over the left side, now centered but intercepted by Duchesne. Duchesne can't clear it out. Held in by Ron Francis, left wing. He shoots, and it's high off the glass. Out to the blue line, held in by Ulf Samuelsson. His shot deflected by Duchesne over to Langevin. Langevin throws a check at Stuart Gavin. They both went down to the ice. Loose puck. Kings with it. Starting out of their own zone. Here's Nichols to center. 3-on-3. Nichols over to Sykes. Sykes across the line. Down the left side. He's cut off by Ulf Samuelsson. Kings are in a line change on the fly. 11:27 to go in the game. Kings have a 4-2 lead. Whalers have the puck. Here's Dean Emerson. Fires it into the Kings zone. Chases it in himself, but Dean Kennedy back to get it. He wraps it around the boards, but not out. Ulf Samuelsson with a shot. Deflected in front. Puck taken by the Kings. Sykes up the left side to McKenna. He's got Bourne with him. 2-on-2. McKenna down the left side against the left wing boards. Loses his balance. Puck taken away by the Whalers. Dana Merson to center. Merson to the King line. Across the line to Evison. In the middle. Turgeon shooting wide. Rebound taken by the Kings off the boards. Bob Bourne with it. 4-2 Kings. Third period. Here's Bourne to the Whaler line. Bourne cuts to the left side, still with it now. Fires it in behind the net, cut off by Mike Liut. His pass knocked away by McKenna. McKenna, left wing corner, sends it behind the net now to Robitaille. He tried to roll it out in front, taken away by the Whalers, and back they come to center. Here's Ulf Samuelsson. He gives it at the blue line to McDermott, but an offside called against Hartford. 4-2 Kings. 10:32 left to go here in the third period.
Well, again, the Whalers putting some pressure on the Kings. The Kings so far have reacted well. Fox, we mentioned, felt the pressure. He just dumped it down slowly, but Duchesne tried to carry it out. He really didn't have a play, and when he was met at the blue line, he had the puck poked away. Duchesne was out of the play, as were a couple of Kings forwards. The Whalers kept it in the zone and turned and had a good shot on goaltender Rolly Melanson. 10:32 left to play. 4-2 Kings.
Tex Evans behind the bench of the Hartford Whalers, and as Nick said, he has done the job there. They lead the Adams division, but Montreal won tonight, so the Whalers going to hope to win to keep their 3-point lead. If they lose, they'll be ahead by only one in their division. Down the right wing side into the Whalers zone, Paul Gay gets wrapped up in the corner now, and puck is frozen against the boards. So we've got a 10-11 left to go in the third period. 4-2 Kings. This is the Los Angeles Kings Hockey Network.
A videotape that guarantees original brilliance and sharpness even after 500 plays. This is the tape that does it. BASF. Because every time you play it, or play it again, or record over it, play after play after play, the original brilliance and sharpness always comes through. So if you're looking for the videotape that just keeps coming back for more, ask for BASF. Because play after play after play, BASF outplays them all.
Smart play by Paul Gay. He didn't have a play, so he forced the face-off in the Hartford zone. Now the Kings, if they can win the draw, can put some more pressure on, kill some more time. They've got a 2-goal lead.
Now the Whalers within their own zone. Pass up to Dave Tippett on the left wing. He sweeps it out to center, tipped away by Joe Patterson, but an offside called. 11,240 the attendance here tonight. 11,240 as the Kings were called for being offside of the Whaler line. Monday afternoon, remember that now. It's a Monday afternoon game when the Toronto Maple Leafs will be here this coming Monday, President's Day. It's a holiday, so come on out and see the Kings take on the Toronto Maple Leafs. Tickets available. Forum box office and all Ticketmaster outlets. That's at 1 p.m. on Monday. In Toronto won over Boston in Toronto tonight.
Came from behind, won at 5-4. Then Washington's here on Wednesday night, and former King Gary Galley will probably be in the lineup.
And then a week from tonight on radio and TV, it'll be the Flyers against the Kings. Puck taken now by Ron Francis in the King zone. He gives it to John Anderson. Anderson left side to Dineen. Dineen checked by Phil Sykes. Dineen tried to battle in front of the net. He's cut off there. Puck is against the boards. Now it comes free behind the King net. Dineen and Sykes still battle for it. Now it's in the corner to Wells. Wells can't clear it. He's checked there and knocked down, and a whistle as Wells apparently fell down on top of the puck.
Well, you can tell the Whalers are one of the better teams in the league because they do a great job along the boards. Jay Wells, who fell on that puck, his eye is still a little black and blue. He got hit in practice last week. It was in Toronto on a Tuesday. Tonight is what, a Saturday? So it's been about a week and a half. And, of course, Jay missed 2 games. The the next night in Toronto and the first of the 2 games in Winnipeg when his vision was blurred, but he was very fortunate. Jimmy Carson went to flip the puck and it caught Jay Wells during the practice in Toronto on Tuesday. And of course the Kings, when Wells is out of the lineup, they miss his muscle on the blue line.
Wears goggles during practice, Nick, but kind of surprised that he didn't go for a shield here, at least till the eye gets completely healed. Here's Turgeon with a shot, knocked away. Turgeon again, knocked down by Langevin in the Kings zone. Puck is loose in the right wing corner of the Kings zone. Langevin gets up, gets it to Nichols. Nichols pass, tipped away and held in now by the Whalers' Mike McEwen. On the right wing, pass up the middle by Dean Evison, tipped right back to him. Evison tried to pass in front. It looked like it hit the stick of Melanson. Comes off the boards onto center ice. 9 minutes left to go in the game. Bob Miller with Nick Nixon. The Kings have a 4-2 lead. The Kings have never trailed. They got a goal from Tiger Williams 7 seconds after the opening faceoff. That's a King club record. And then at a 3-0 lead, but the Whalers came back to make it 3-2. Now, in the third period, Dionne has scored his second goal of the game to give him a 4-2 lead, and now the Whalers are offside at the King blue line. That goal 7 seconds after the opening faceoff is a Kings regular season record. The all-time King record was 6 seconds by Don Kozak in the playoffs against Boston when he beat Jerry Cheevers. And if you're wondering about an NHL record, the fastest goal at the start of a game in the NHL, 2 players have done it. 5 seconds after the opening faceoff. Brian Trottier of the Islanders and Doug Smale of the Winnipeg Jets. Kings within their own zone with a 4-2 lead and 8:36 remaining in the game. Puck comes up to center ice. Kings trying to break Robitaille behind the defense, but it's tipped away. Whalers send it back in the Kings zone. Kings looking for their second win of the year over the Whalers, but more important, they're trying to break a 5-game losing streak here. The Kings lost all 5 on their last road trip. Now at center ice, Dana Merzen drives it over the head of Dean Kennedy into the King zone. Back to get it, Mark Hardy. Hardy takes a hard check from McDermott, but he got the puck up to center ice. Now McDermott takes it away. Well, I'll tell you, he throws some mean body checks in the game, doesn't he, Nick?
Can you imagine if Robertson was in the lineup? He's out injured, has missed the last 2 months, but Robertson and McDermott, and they were line mates last year.
Now we got an icing call against the Kings, and Ulf Samuelsson got knocked down by Robitaille, and he got up and he chased Robitaille, and now Kennedy comes in, and Dave Tippett grabs Kennedy in a headlock from behind and tries to pull him away.
Well, Ulf Samuelsson, a Swede, and you don't see too many Europeans want to start anything, but now it looks like Kennedy and Tippett will be the main event, as everybody, now McDermott wants to get at Kennedy because that would be a mismatch. Kennedy much taller, much heavier than Tippett. That's why McDermott would like to grab a hold of Kennedy and waltz around with him. Dionne is tying up McDermott.
McDermott is 6'1", 200. This brings up an interesting point, Nick. In college, or I think also in international hockey, correct me if I'm wrong, once the puck goes across the goal line on an icing, it's automatically whistled dead. You prevent, and a lot of times we've seen it, players racing down at breakneck speed, get knocked off balance and get injured. You prevent exactly what we're seeing here. Some player upset because somebody hit him from behind when there was an icing being called. Would you like to see that here? The minute the puck crosses the red line, you blow the whistle.
Well, I wouldn't like to see it. You know, this is the top level of competition in the world, supposedly, the National Hockey League. And I think, you know, sure, safety is always a factor, but how many times with the speed of the game are there close calls? And I think a team with a lot of team speed would be hurt by that type of rule. Coincidental minors.
So we have 7:56 left to go in the game. The Kings have a 4-2 lead, and the teams will remain at full strength. Say, we want to remind you, we got a note tonight that the annual Skate with the Kings is going to be held a week from tomorrow night. That'll be Sunday night, February 22nd, at the Culver Ice Rink on Sepulveda Boulevard in Culver City, 8 o'clock to 10:30. It's always a big night. Bring your cameras, your skates, your autograph books, and skate with the Kings a week from tomorrow night at the Culver Ice Rink on Sepulveda Boulevard in Culver City at 8 o'clock. It's open to the public. Face-off will be to the right of the King goaltender, Rolly Melanson. Kings have a 4-2 lead. Now behind the King net. It's taken there by Ledyard up on the left side to Sykes. He drives into the Whalers zone, and off the boards, a shot and a save by Liut. Rebound shot wide. McKenna chased it in, took it right off the boards and shot, and Liut made the save. McKenna scored a goal like that one time earlier this year. I'm trying to remember who it was against. Came right off the boards to him, and he fired it into the net. I think it was at Edmonton.
Yep.
Now here's Dionne trying to break John Anderson behind the King defense, but Wells broke it up to Sykes. Sykes across the line to Bourne. Bourne taken out of the play on the left wing by Randy Ladouceur. Kings dig it out in the Whaler zone. Behind the net to Sykes. Around in front, he shoots, and a save by Liut. And he hangs on to it. Now we've got more shoving in the whistle now. Bob Bourne getting into a shoving match.
Well, a good play by Sykes to set up McKenna with that good bounce off the boards to start this shift. But now we get a little pushing and shoving between Ladouceur, McKenna. Sykes with a wraparound attempt. Liut makes the save. Struggles hitting the puck, and now one of the Kings back in live action. Sykes got decked.
What happened there, while you were looking at the replay, I was watching it. Sykes and Ladouceur were standing there, and the referee was right there telling him who was going to get penalties. And Ladouceur just took Sykes, and he didn't, I don't think he hit him, he just pushed him down to the ice.
And Jay Wells has a few words for Randy Ladouceur. But the Kings should get the power play out of this. Ladouceur is being ejected. He may only get a 10-minute misconduct, Bob. The Whalers may get a break there. They might not be shorthanded. Fournier over at the scorer's table telling Mike McEwen to back off. He'll make the calls, and then he'll tell the Whalers captain, Ron Francis, what he decides.
So it's 4-2 Los Angeles Kings here in the third period, and we'll be right back. This is the Los Angeles Kings Hockey Network.
All right, the week's over. Yeah, and the weekend's just beginning.
Come on, we'll show you how a good time goes. We're going to a place where they talk Strohs. 'Cause a good time's better with a good time beer. And Strohs is spoken here.
Here's how the good times get better. Strohs and Stroh Light 15 and 30 packs. A convenient package at a special value. Get them wherever you buy your beer.
Strohs is spoken here.
Repeating, Hartford penalties to number 29, Randy Ladouceur. 2 minutes for roughing and a 10-minute misconduct.
Ladouceur gets 2 for roughing and a misconduct, so the Kings will get the power play for the 4th time, and an inopportune, and now one of the Whalers comes over. McEwen slams his stick, and he's got to get a penalty for that. That's got to be another misconduct or unsportsmanlike conduct. Mike McEwen came over to the Whalers bench, and right before he hit the door, he took his stick and deliberately smashed it, and everybody in the building could hear it. And now he's going to get the gate. He's going to get a penalty. Ferraro is going to serve the minor to Randy Ladouceur. Is he not going to call a misconduct on McEwen?
McEwen standing up now, and
now the referee is saying, you get over here, get on the ice. Well, I don't know who he's talking to. Apparently McEwen is not getting a penalty. I would think in a situation like that, used to be if you threw equipment or had a temper tantrum like that, broke your stick over the crossbar. We've seen goaltenders do that, disputing calls. They would at least get a misconduct, if not 10 and maybe 2 for unsportsmanlike, but apparently McEwen is getting away with it. Claude LaRose, former forward in the NHL for many years, the assistant to Jack Tex Evans with the Hartford Whalers.
Whalers trying to clear it out of their zone, and it's deflected up into the crowd. We've got 7:06 to go in the game. 4-2 in favor of the Kings.
And Ladouceur along with Ferraro in the box for the Hartford Whalers. 7:06 left to play. Kings 4, Whalers 2. These clubs will meet once more, and that will be in March 22nd at Hartford. The Kings won here earlier 4-3 in a tight game.
Now they had a 4-2 lead in that, and the Whalers scored with 1 second remaining in the game to make it 4-3. Boy, Gavin just checked Wells hard into the boards right in front of the Whaler bench.
Well, you've got to like the way the Whalers approach this hockey game, and this is the way apparently they've been doing it all season long. They never give up, and they're not going to be intimidated out there.
Here is Ledyard driving it in on the right side to Butsy Eriksson. Whalers zone up the middle, shot by Robitaille, and a save by Liut. A glove save, and he hangs on.
Well, a good play by Brian Eriksson. Eriksson had his man beat to the outside, but he was losing an angle to shoot on Liut himself, so he looked to his left and just dropped it behind Kleinendorf to the trailing forward Luc Robitaille, who shot off the pass, but Liut saw it all the way and gloved it. And he holds on. Dionne, Robitaille, and Eriksson up front. Dionne with 2 goals tonight. Eriksson has 1. Robitaille with an assist. So this line has put together 3 goals.
Face off in the Whalers zone. Dionne on the draw. It deflects right toward Liut. He drags it and then got control of it, but I think when the whistle blew, I didn't think he had control of it at that time.
Well, what made the play was Luc Robitaille, because off the draw, the puck rolled into Mike Liut's pad, and then Luc Robitaille, I think, just dove for the puck, trying to work it free, and he succeeded, but we got a quick whistle. There you see Robitaille, 20 falling down, 20 of the Kings, and he works the puck free, so Liut.
Kings win the draw. Ledyard to Dionne, right side, up the middle of Buttsy Eriksson, tipped away. Back to the right point. Ledyard with it, Whalers zone. Left point to Wells. Kings on the power play for another minute 15. Here on the left wing boards, pass into Robitaille. Over to Dionne, right wing corner. Dionne still with it. He's got Robitaille in front, gives it back to the right point to Ledyard. Back in the right wing to Dionne. Dionne into Robitaille. Robitaille on the right side to Dionne. He shoots wide. Rebound off the boards. Wells holds it in at the blue line. Wells to the left point. He gives it to Buttsy Eriksson. Eriksson down the left side into Robitaille in the left wing corner. Robitaille spun around there, gets it Eriksson. Up the middle to Wells. Wells shoots. Blocked in front. Loose puck. Wells again. Left wing boards. Whalers zone. Wells to the blue line to Buttsy Eriksson. Eriksson out at the left point. Gives it to Dionne. Dionne's pass. Right side to Robitaille. Robitaille still with it. Whalers zone. Right wing side. Robitaille moves in. He shoots. Score! Another power play goal for the Los Angeles Kings. As Robitaille on the right wing drove it toward the net. Dionne was coming in. I don't know if he got his stick on it. I think it is Robitaille's goal, I believe, off the goaltender Liut. And the Kings lead 5-2.
Luc Robitaille with his 32nd goal of the season. The Kings with 3 power play goals. 5-2 Los Angeles.
Kings again, and Bourne with a shot. Deflects up into the crowd.
Number 15.
So Dionne and Eriksson get the assist on the 32nd goal by Luc Robitaille. One more, and he will tie the Kings rookie record set by Steve Bozek, who is now with the Calgary Flames. So Robitaille should wipe that one out in great style.
Well, Luc showing his poise. He held on. He didn't have much of an angle. He worked it out towards the middle, a couple of strides. Then he ripped one down low that apparently Liut just fanned on. I think it went right between his pads as Liut tried to kick it out with his right leg pad.
Well, his mom and dad and brother are here tonight visiting Los Angeles, and I'll bet they're thrilled right now. Kings are going to get called for icing here as Dana Merzen chases it down. So with 5:12 to go in the game, the Kings lead at 5-2. We'll be right back. This is the Los Angeles Kings Hockey Network.
You know, friends, in just 3 short years, Discount Tire has grown from a few neighborhood stores to a chain of over 55 complete tire centers. And we think that's a big reason to celebrate. And we want you to share in the celebration, too. So come on in now and save up to $100 on a set of 4 Michelin EPX tires. Save up to $100 on a set of 4 Michelins like these EPX tires. You know, at Discount Tire Centers, bigger means a better deal on the big names like Michelin. Celebrate with Discount Tire Centers. We cut prices, not quality.
Kings' 5th goal, Robitaille's 32nd from Dionne and Eriksson at 14-18 on the road trip. The Kings had 11 goals, 4 of 21 in the power play. Tonight, 5 goals against a tough team like the Whalers and 3 power play tallies.
Whalers with it. Dana Merzen shooting from the left side is blocked by McKenna, but not out. Held in by Kevin Dineen. Left wing side. His pass broken up. Kings with it. Here's Sykes to center. Sykes with Bourne and McKenna. Sykes drives it in. McKenna, right wing side. Whalers zone. He sends it in deep. Bourne gets knocked down by Dana Merzen. Merzen with it now for the Whalers. Clears it out to center ice. 5-2 Kings as they try to break the 5-game losing streak. 4:40 to go in the game. Here is Sykes. Takes the loose puck at center ice and he drives it back behind the Whaler net.
Sykes, a smart hockey player, using McKenna well, working to McKenna's strength. Dumping it in the corner where McKenna is flying into, and McKenna using his size and speed to just outwork and outrace the Whalers for the puck.
Kings lead the NHL in power play goals. They've got 73 on the season. Here's Ferraro, right point. His shot is wide. Rebounded Dave Semenko. He drives it around the boards over to Ray Ferraro in the King zone. Ferraro to Cote. He drives it down in deep back behind the King net. Chased in by Kennedy. He can't clear it. Left point. Shot by Kleinendorst. Deflected wide by Ferraro. Picked up by the Kings. Dean Kennedy. And now he's going to go with Shane Churla. You knew when Churla came on the ice, something would start probably. And Kennedy, with a few right hands to the face of Shane Churla. I'll tell you, Kennedy is one tough customer, and the rookie might have a little bit more than he can handle. Oh, another right, and he goes down to his knees. Dean Kennedy with another right hand on Shane Churla. And now Churla trying to get his arms free, and Kennedy trying to tie him up, but Dean's punched him about 4 times here.
Couple of Westerners going at it. Shane Churla played with Medicine Hat. And of course, Dean Kennedy with the Brandon Wheat Kings. Kennedy about 6'2", 210, and we gave you Churla. We've been giving Churla's height and weight all night long. 6'1", 200 pounds.
Why don't you give his scoring totals?
Well, you won't be impressed.
Take long.
No. Last year in Binghamton, his first year pro, 52 games, 4 goals, 306 minutes. And this year, with the Whalers, he started the season in the minors. Churla has 15 games played, 1 assist, and 45 minutes before the game tonight. He's already been in a fight with Hardy.
Now he's through for the night.
Yeah, he got bested by Kennedy right there. These penalties will be at 16:03.
So Dean Kennedy responds with a victory over Shane Churla as the Whalers tried to use a little muscle here tonight, and it's not going to pay off for them. 5-2 in favor of the Kings. We're in the third period. The Whalers used to be the New England Whalers in the World Hockey Association. Then they moved from Boston to Hartford in 1974. And then joined the National Hockey League at the merger in 1979. They played in that building, the Civic Center Coliseum, and the roof collapsed on January 18th, 1978, and they had to play their games in Springfield, Massachusetts.
You know, I was doing games in New Haven when that happened, Bob, and it happened in the middle of the night, I think about 4 a.m., and the night before there was a college basketball game with about 10,000 people in the building. Nobody got hurt when the roof fell in.
I always thought when we went in there you were looking at the scoreboard. You're just checking the roof.
Way.
Kings drive it all the way down to the Whaler zone, and back to get it is Ulf Samuelsson. Now it's cleared out to center ice. Kings with a 5-2 lead. 3:38 left to go in the game. Here's Stuart Gavin at center. He drives it back behind the King net, stopped by Melanson. Puck is taken by Fox up on the right side. Now it's cleared to center and all the way down into the Whaler zone by Grant Ledyard. And we're going to get an icing call here against the Kings. Again, a reminder, Monday afternoon, next Monday, President's Day, a holiday. The Kings will be here in the afternoon at 1 o'clock to meet the Toronto Maple Leafs. There are tickets available, and we'll have the game for you on KLAC Radio, starting with our pregame talk show at 12:20.
Well, Dave Williams has been in the record books for quite some time, but now he's in the Kings book. Fastest goal scored, start of a game, 7 seconds. Of course, Tiger, the all-time NHL penalty minute leader. If he plays a couple more years, he'll close in on 4,000. You know, that his scoring statistics aren't that bad. Everybody thinks Tiger Williams is just a resident tough guy, but he's got over 200 career NHL goals, had 20 for the Kings last year.
Face off to the right of Rolly Melanson. Ron Francis on the draw. On the loose puck, Semenko with a backhander, blocked on the way in. Merzen shooting, and it hit McKenna. Comes into the right wing boards. Here's Semenko, right point to Ulf Samuelsson, left side to Merzen. He shoots and a stick save, Melanson. Puck taken by McKenna. Here's McKenna spun around in the corner, now double teamed and knocked down by Semenko. Puck is sent along the board. Samuelsson holds it in. Now it bounces through the slot in the King zone, and it's cleared by Bob Bourne. 2:54 to go in the game. Here's Bourne across the Whaler line, cutting in front. He shoots, saved by Liu. Bob Bourne down the right side with a good move, and Liu turned him away.
He's played a strong game. He has skated very well tonight. Bourne with McKenna and Sykes have been a very effective line for the Kings.
Merzen down the middle, got stopped by Langevin. Kings with it. Sykes lost his stick, went to kick it, and Ron Francis tipped it away. Here's Dineen, King zone. He shoots wide to the right side. Nice move there as he stopped and spun around Ledyard and got the shot off. Now McEwen back in his own zone. His pass broken up by Jimmy Carson. Now in the corner of the Whalers zone goes Paul Gay. Gay spinning around there with McEwen. The puck comes loose to Carson. Here's Carson. His pass tipped away. Whalers with it. Up on the right side, Turgeon gives it to Stuart Gavin. Gavin trying to get around Langevin. Gavin in deep behind the net. Rolls it in front. Tipped away. Dean Evison tried to center it. It hit the net. Puck is at the left point, held in by McEwen. Into Turgeon. Turgeon rolled it in front and lost it there. Langevin tips it ahead. Here's Gay to center. It rolls off his stick. Whalers with it again. Turgeon to Gavin. Right wing to Evison. He didn't get the pass. 1:41 to go in the game. 5-2 Kings. Here's Carson, left side, Whalers zone, pulling it in, a backhander and a save by Liu. Nice move by Jimmy Carson there on the defenseman Dana Merzen. Liu hangs on for the face-off. Kings are going to break the 5-game losing streak and get off to a good start on this long homestand.
Little stutter step by Carson. He faked the wrist shot, then stepped around the defender, moved in for a backhander, tried to go up high on the short side, but Liu, very big, just stood up, hugged the post, and made the save in the midsection. Third period shots, Bob. 13 Los Angeles, 4 for Hartford. And I can't remember a good scoring chance by the Whalers here in this period. So the first period and the third period, the strong periods for the Kings. And that's when they've scored all 5 of their goals. 3 in the first and 2 here in the third.
Now off the draw, puck bounces up in the air and knocked down by Liu. Kings going to get their 23rd win of the year. That's the number they won all last year. This is game number 56 of the season. Whalers driving into the King zone. Back behind the net. Cut off there by Hardy. Hardy with 1:10 to go in the game. 5-2 Kings are going to get their second win of the year over the Hartford Whalers. Puck comes back into the Whalers zone and Dana Merzen back to get it. His pass up the middle. 1 minute to go in the game.
Regulation play.
Now here is the Whalers into the King zone as John Anderson lost his balance. Puck taken by the Kings. Here's Butsy Erickson throwing it into the Whalers zone. Remember our post-game show coming up on Prime Ticket and on KLAC. Here's Sylvain Cote at center. Into the King zone. He stops, shoots, and a stick save by Melanson. 30 seconds to go in the game. Tiger Williams digs it out. Boy, he got the Kings off and rolling tonight with that early goal. 7 seconds after the start of the game. Puck is back behind the King net, and here's Jay Wells. Wells throws it off on the right side. 15 seconds to go in the game. Long pass to Tiger Williams out of his reach. Puck comes down into the Whalers zone, and Sylvain Cote with it. 8 seconds to go. Fans are roaring. The 5-game losing streak is over. Here's Gavin cutting in. He shoots and a save, and the game is over. The Whalers put the rebound in, but the game is over. Rolly Melanson with a save on Stuart Gavin right at the end of the game. And the Kings are out to congratulate the King goaltender Rolly Melanson as the Kings break that 5-game losing streak, and they gain another point on Vancouver. Gavin cut right in front, Wells right behind him. Gavin got the shot. Nice save by Melanson. The rebound came loose, and the Whalers put it in, but time had run out by that time. And the Kings win it 5-2 over the Hartford Whalers at the start of a 6-game homestand. We'll be right back. This is the Los Angeles Kings Hockey Network.
Early season excitement from the Collegiate Baseball Diamond continues on Prime Ticket as 2 of the West's most potent clubs take to the field. It'll be the Bruins of UCLA and the Rainbows of Hawaii doing their thing on the island of Oahu. Both of these teams were on display on Prime Ticket last week, and each performed well. So get in the swing with college baseball as UCLA meets Hawaii right here on Prime Ticket.
Back in September, Prime Ticket brought you a very memorable event. The Johnny Cash Show at the Forum was an exciting 2.5 hours of pure down-home country entertainment. Making it so memorable were John Schneider, Larry Gatlin and the Gatlin Brothers, June Carter and the Carter family, and of course the man in black, Johnny Cash. Prime Ticket is bringing it back. So if you missed it the first time or want to see it again, be with us for the Johnny Cash Show. Entertainment at its finest, exclusively on Prime Ticket.
To the heartbeat.
Now, Chevrolet announces $1,000 cash back on every new Cavalier, Camaro, and 2.5-liter Celebrity, plus a 6-year, 60,000-mile warranty on new 87 passenger cars. Now's the time to save. Make your best deal and then lower that price by $1,000, or put that $1,000 cash rebate toward your down payment. So see your Southern California Chevrolet dealer. Don't buy a car without us.
A videotape that guarantees original brilliance and sharpness, even after 500 plays? This is the tape that does it. BASF. Because every time you play it, or play it again, or record over it, play after play after play, the original brilliance and sharpness always comes through. So if you're looking for the videotape that just keeps coming back for more, ask for BASF. Because play after play after play, BASF outplays them all.
2 goals in the third period here tonight at the Forum enabled the Kings to beat the Hartford Whalers 5-2 to break a 5-game losing streak. Marcel Dionne got his second of the game, 23rd of the year on the power play from Fox and Nichols at 1:47. That made it 4-2 Kings. And then Luc Robitaille getting his 32nd of the year, also on the power play from Dionne and Eriksson at 14:18. That made it 5-2 Kings as they outshot Hartford 13-7 in the third period. So in the Smythe division now, the Edmonton Oilers still the leader with 79. Winnipeg next with 67. Calgary won tonight. They have 64, only 3 behind Winnipeg. The Kings gain ground on Vancouver. The Kings have 52. Vancouver had a tie tonight, so they get only 1 point, and 42 for Vancouver. In the Adams division, the Hartford Whalers see their lead limited to only 1 point over the Montreal Canadiens. Hartford 64, Montreal 63 as they won tonight. Then the Boston Bruins, who lost to Toronto, are third with 61. Quebec with 53, and Buffalo with 44. So the Kings got off to a quick start here tonight. A club record goal at the start of the game, 7 seconds by Tiger Williams. Had a 3-0 lead. And then what is encouraging is that once Hartford started to come back and made a game out of it and started to take the body, the Kings responded through some tough body checks of their own, outscored Hartford in the third period and outshot them, outscored them 2-0 in the third, outshot them 13-7 in the third, and then won the game 5-2. Second win this season for the Kings over the Hartford Whalers, who, as we just told you, are leading the tough Adams division. So the Kings have won 23 games now this year, the number they had won all last year. And the homestand will continue with a rare Monday afternoon game. Next Monday, it's President's Day, a holiday. The Toronto Maple Leafs, who beat Boston tonight, will be here Monday. The game will start at 1 p.m. We'll have it on radio for you with our pregame talk show at 12:20. Then on Wednesday, the Washington Capitals will be here, and the Kings traded Gary Galley to the Washington Capitals for goaltender Al Jensen today. And the Capitals will be here Wednesday night. That game will be coming your way on KGIL radio at 7:20 and Prime Ticket at 7:15. Then on Saturday night, the Philadelphia Flyers will be here a week from tonight on radio and TV. Our player of the game with 2 goals and 1 assist, Marcel Dionne. But we understand Marcel might have a slight injury and may not be able to make the interview. If he cannot make it, defenseman Jay Wells will be chatting live with Nick Nixon. For Nick Nixon, this is Bob Miller. We thank you very much for joining us. The Kings win at 5-2. We invite you to stay tuned now for Kings Wrap-Up, which follows immediately. Prime Ticket has presented the Los Angeles Kings. Exciting NHL hockey action has been brought to you by your Southern California Chevrolet dealers, who make more models of cars, trucks, and vans than anyone else in the world. So don't buy a car without us. By Stroh's and Stroh Light. Now you're talking good times, and Stroh's is spoken here. By Michelin, because so much is riding on your tires. By Great Western's family of companies, over $25 billion strong. We'll always be there. And by Avis, who invite you to go in style with a new Cadillac or similar luxury car for only $45 a day. Remember, your other car is an Avis.
I'm Dave Taylor of the Kings. You gotta be a dope to do drugs, and there's no other way to say it. Remember, it's your life, Score goals, not drugs.
Saturday night, February 21st, is a big game for us. We'll be taking on the Philadelphia Flyers. So make plans to watch us win right here on Prime Ticket.
Check it out, California. Mammoth June Ski Resort, where